So we're going to go ahead and get started. So tonight, I really want to focus on heart opening. There's so much heart needed in the world right now in general, and you know what I'm talking about. We need compassion. We need to have access to this for ourselves. And this includes self-care, making sure that we are drinking enough water, that we're getting enough rest, that we're taking care of our nervous systems, and then compassion for the world at large. People are still sick with COVID. That pandemic has not gone anywhere. There's a Black Lives Matter movement that's happening right now, and those people need our compassion. So everybody, at the end of the day, I was talking to Karina. Many of you know Karina, actually. I think all of you, mostly of you know Karina, my teacher. I was talking to her earlier this week, and we're talking about how like the highest way to be. And at the end of the day, yoga teaches that we must try to cultivate compassion for everybody. And that is like the highest spiritual practice. Like I'm not even there right now. Like there's people that I'm really mad at right now and I cannot develop compassion for. But our goal at the end of our practice, the goal as we continue to work in the world, is to hold compassion and try to find empathy for people on all sides of all lines. And I do want to put the caveat on that it does not mean that you condone anyone's actions. It's that you are committed to understanding their perspective from more of a psychological process. At least that's my take on it. It's like I can understand why somebody would think some way based on their past history. So seeking understanding. Again, we're not condoning any actions. We're just trying to understand folks. And that immediately allows you to have compassion. So heart opening, that's what all that's about. So let's go ahead and get centered, sitting comfortably, whatever that looks like for you. Go ahead and shrug your shoulders up towards your ears. Take them toward the back of your space and relax them down. Feel the crown of the head lifting. And we'll start with some expanded breathing. So go ahead and take a deep breath in, filling the lungs to capacity. And then exhale out your mouth, making it audible if that's okay for you. We'll do that again. Exhale out of your mouth. Let's do a few more. So we're going to add some kumbhaka or breath retention to this now. So inhale completely. Hold the breath in at the top of the inhale. Exhale. Inhaling completely. Retaining the breath. Exhale. A few more times. Retaining the breath. Exhale completely. And twice more. Once you're holding, sip in a little bit more breath. Really fill. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. And feel sensation as your breath relaxes. Maybe some tingling in the brain or head. You might still feel some expansion in the chest and upper back. And become aware of the movement of your rib cage, the space around the energetic heart center, anahata. Anahata means the sound of no two things striking together. It is the space of nonviolence, boundless space, compassion. The purification of knowledge so that you can know truth. And we'll allow our practice tonight to connect us to that energetic capacity. So as we chant Om 3 times, just see that space around the heart expand even more, becoming boundless. So again, chanting 3 times, deep breath in to begin. Bringing your palms to your heart and bowing your chin, and honor yourself as you are in this moment, body, breath, energy, and mind, however you might be feeling right now. And let this practice be in service of that. Rubbing the palms together, creating heat. Take the heated palms over your eyes and brush back over the top of your head, down your neck, bringing yourself back to your room. Good. So go ahead and extend your legs forward. We're just going to roll the feet around a little bit. Pulling the toes back, pointing them, rotating in one direction, inviting some circulation and flexibility into the ankles. Go ahead and circle in the opposite direction. Notice if your breath catches as you do this, because sometimes when we roll the ankles like this, it can create agitation. And when we feel agitated, we hold our breaths a lot of the time. So as you're feeling that agitation, if you're feeling it, breathe deeply. Good. And then windshield wiper the feet from side to side. Maybe feel it loose up into your hips. Breathe. Good. And then relax the legs. You might feel some tingling down into the feet, ankles, and legs. Then we're going to come back to crossed legs. And you'll have come back into your cross-leg posture, probably in your habitual cross. So I'm going to ask you to switch which leg is in front. So my right leg is behind my left. I'm just going to bring the right leg in front and come into the same posture, but in the opposite way we usually do it. You'll know you're doing it right because it'll feel awkward. So there you go. Being present with awkwardness, we can do this. So we're going to do some side stretches. So go ahead and take your left hand or fingertips to the floor next to you. I'm still sitting on my cushion, and I'm going to keep doing that. If you want to come down off your cushion for that, you can. Extend your right arm out to the side and turn the palm to face the ceiling. And with your next inhale, reach your right arm up and over. And with your exhale, come back to a tall spine. Let's do that again. Inhale, reaching up and over. Exhale, return. We're going to do this a few more times. Exhale, return. Inhale, reach. Exhale, back. Good. Inhale, reach. And exhale, back. Go ahead and take your right fingertips down to the floor. Left arm out to the side. We'll do the other side. Inhale, reach the left arm up and over. Exhale, return. About 5 times. Inhale, reach. Exhale, return. Inhale. Exhale. And twice more, I think. Then exhale, return to a seat. So we're going to do the exact same exercise on both sides, and we're going to add in the kumbhaka, or breath retention, that we did during our opening practice. So my caveat here is if holding the breath makes you feel anxious at all, if you start to feel your heart racing, either back off as long for how long you're holding, or don't hold altogether. All right, just breathe normally. Okay. So take your left hand fingertips down next to you, right arm out to the side. And so since we're going to be holding the breath, we're going to hold the pose as well. So with your next inhale, reach the arm up and over. Hold the breath into the top of the inhale. And then exhale, come back to a tall seat. We're going to do that 5 times total, so 4 more times. Inhale, reach up and over. Exhale back to a tall seat. Inhale, reach up and over. Holding the breath in. And exhale back. 2 more times. Inhale, reach. Holding the breath in. Exhale back. Let's do 1 more time on the side. Inhale. Exhale back up. Take a moment in center. Just feel sensation. When we start to hold the breath, it starts to change the flow of energy in our bodies. It starts to affect the movements of the mind. You might also physically just notice there's a vast difference in sensation between the 2 sides of your body. All of this awareness is good. And let's go ahead and balance that out. So one shoulder isn't higher than the other. Right fingertips down next to you. Again, we're gonna do 5 rounds, holding the breath in at the top of the inhale. Left arm extends. Inhale, reach up and over and hold. Exhale back up. Inhale, reach up and over and hold. Exhale. 3 more times. Exhale back. 2 more. Last one, might hold for just a couple more counts than normal. Exhale back up. And relax in center. Good. So let's do one more exercise while we're here. Okay. So continuing to sit in the non-habitual leg cross, because trust me, we get enough time in the other way. You're going to interlace your fingers, press your palms away from you, and then take the arms overhead. Now, as you're here, a couple of things are going to happen. First, reach through the wrists. So extending the arms up as best you can. Now, what happens when we do that, sometimes we start to sway in our lower back. We start to thrust the pelvis forward. I want you to tuck the tailbone under, drawing the pelvis up a little bit, and then feel your navel pull back towards your spine, especially with your exhale. Inhale, feel length in the spine. Exhale, navel to spine. Inhale, reach. Exhale, navel to spine. Couple more breaths. The last one, inhale, reach. Exhale, navel to spine. And then with an exhale, release the arms down. Feeling sensation. Moving prana, moving energy, especially with what we've done so far. There's this upward moving energy, moving from the base of the body upward, kind of helping to uplift you. And again, creating that space and energy at the heart. So let's go ahead and transfer onto hands and knees, table pose. You can set any props you have off to the side. I'm going to stay hydrated. So bringing your hands underneath your shoulders, knees beneath your hips, or slightly further back. With your inhale, look forward, feel the tailbone lift behind you. And with your exhale, go back to child's pose. Inhale, float back up to hands and knees. Heart looks forward. And exhale, child's pose. Let's continue. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. Inhale up. Exhale back. Good. Inhale up to hands and knees. Go ahead and curl the toes under, downward facing dog. Let's walk it out here. Breathing length into the legs and into your spine. And you can pedal the feet quickly if you'd like. You can also just hold on one side. Take a few deep breaths into the length of the hamstring on one side before you switch to the other. You might even notice that one hamstring is tighter than the other. Good, one more breath here. And then inhale into plank pose, straight line push-up. With your exhale, plank yourself down to the ground. Good, so feeling your pelvis ground, go ahead and lift the head, chest, and legs, inhalation. Exhale, release down. Locust pose, inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale. Twice more. And exhale, release down. Go ahead and curl your toes under. And you can either push up to hands and knees to down dog or plank straight up and back to downward facing dog. Pick your practice. Good. So we're going to do that again. Inhale into plank pose. And then exhale, plank yourself down to the earth. So we've been working with the extended breath with a little bit of a kumbhaka, or holding of the breath. And we're going to do that again. So you already know what we're doing as far as the breath is concerned. And we're going to do it with locust pose. So with your next inhale, lift the head, chest, and legs and hold the breath in at the top of the inhale. Exhale, release. 4 more times. Inhale, lifting up. Hold. Exhale, release. Good. Inhale again. And we're holding the breath in for about 3 counts. Exhale, release. Twice more. Last one, we'll hold for 5 counts. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Curling the toes under, push up and back into downward facing dog. In downward facing dog, once you get there, bend both knees and then shoot the hips powerfully toward the sky behind you, keeping the knees bent. This will help to create length in your spine and alleviate tension that might have been cultivated in your lower back. Good. In downward facing dog, lift your right leg high into the air behind you. With your exhale, swing or carry, step the right foot between your hands, help it through. Back knee releases to the floor. Inhale, lift the arms up, coming into a crescent lunge, turning the heart toward the ceiling. As you exhale, bring your hands back down and step back to downward facing dog. Good, let's lift the left leg high now. Exhale, step the left foot between your hands and release the knee. Again, inhale, lift the arms up, heart opening toward the sky. Exhale, hands to the floor. And again, downward facing dog. We're just gonna move through both sides a few more times. Right leg lifts, exhale, step, knee releases, come on up. Exhale, hands down, stepping back. Left leg, and step. Knee to the ground, come on up. Exhale, release, stepping back. We're gonna do a couple more rounds on each side, and we're gonna add some breath holding. Right leg lifts, exhale, step it through. Inhale, lift the arms up, hold the breath in. 3, 2, 1. Exhale all the way back to downward facing dog. Good, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it through. Knee to the ground. Inhale, lift the arms up, holding the pose, holding the breath. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, hands down, stepping back, downward facing dog. One more time on each side. Right leg. Exhale, step. Knee to the ground. Inhale, lifting up, holding the breath if you can. If not, just breathe normally. Exhale, hands to the floor, stepping back. Left leg, inhale. Exhale, step. Knee to the ground. Inhale, lift up, holding the breath in if you can. Good, exhale, hands to the floor. This time, step the back foot forward, coming into Uttanasana. Standing forward fold. Press palms to shins, extend your spine forward, inhale. Exhale, fold down. And let's just stay in the forward fold for just a few rounds of breath, breathing normally. Allow the knees to be slightly bent. Relax the shoulders, relax the head. And notice where you're resting the weight of your body in your feet. If it's more toward the heels, lean forward a little bit into the balls of the feet. You'll feel more of the stretch in the hamstrings, the backs of your legs, and possibly your lower back. Good, one more breath here. And then with your next inhale, sweep the arms out to the side with a flat back. Come all the way up to standing. And palms to the heart. Take an adjusting breath. Feel what's going on in your body, your energy. Notice where your mind is at. All right, bringing your awareness back, please. Feel free to hydrate if you'd like to. I will. All right, so we're gonna move through a sun salutation next. We're gonna work with the same lunge we just did, and we're gonna continue to work with this holding of the breath in this kumbhaka. And again, if at any point it feels uncomfortable holding the breath, even if you've been doing it well up till now, feel free to back off on how long you're holding. Everything I'm asking you to do is just an invitation. It's just a suggestion. And feel free to omit the holding altogether if you need to, okay? So take care of yourself. That's the first charge of the practice. So standing tall, the front of your mat, feet about hip distance apart. Go ahead and bring your palms to your heart. And find your breath. And we won't do any holding of the breath on the first round, just so we can get the flow into your body first. Good. Now with your next inhale, go ahead and sweep the arms down, back, and up. Exhale, bend your knees, sweep the arms behind you, chair prep. Inhale into chair pose. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, straighten the legs. And exhale, swim forward. forward fold. Palms to shins halfway up. Exhale, release, and step your right foot way back. Right knee to the floor. Inhale, sweep the arms up, coming into the crescent lunge. And exhale, hands to the floor, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale into plank pose. And exhale, plank yourself to the ground. Feeling the pelvis ground. Inhale, locust, head, chest, and legs. And then exhale, release. Curl the toes under, pushing up and back into downward facing dog. Good. So once you're here, go ahead and lift your right leg high and step the right foot between the hands. Help it through. Back knee to the ground, crescent lunge, inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor, and step the back foot forward, Uttanasana. Palms to shins, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway up. Exhale, release. Sweep the arms out to the side, inhale, come all the way up. And palms to the heart. Good. Now we're going to start adding the kumbhaka, the breath retention. With your next inhale, sweep the arms down and up. We'll only do it on certain postures. Exhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms back, chair prep. Inhale into chair pose. Inhale, straighten the legs. And exhale, fold forward and down. Good. Our first holding of the breath. Press palms to shins, come halfway up, inhale. Hold the pose, hold the breath. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. Step your left foot way back, knee to the ground. With your inhale, sweep the arms up, coming into the crescent lunge. Hold the breath in. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, fold forward, stepping back, downward facing dog. Inhale into plank pose. Hold the breath in, hold the pose. 3, 2, 1. Exhale to the ground. We're going to hold locust as well. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release. Pushing up and back, downward facing dog. Take an adjusting breath, breathing normally. Good. Go ahead and lift your left leg into the air now. Exhale, step the foot forward. Back knee on the ground, holding at the top of the lunge. Inhale, lift the arms up. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, folding forward, stepping forward. Palms to shins. Hold the breath in. Exhale, fold. Sweep the arms out to the side. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, palms to the heart. Let's keep going. Inhale, sweep the arms down and up. Exhale, bend the knees, chair prep, chair pose. Good. Inhale, straighten the legs. And then exhale, swan dive, fold forward and down. Palms to shins halfway up. Exhale, release. Step the right foot way back. Knee on the ground. Crescent lunge. Inhale, lifting up, holding the breath at the top of the inhale. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, fold forward, stepping back to downward facing dog. Inhale into plank pose, holding the breath in. 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, plank yourself to the ground. Locust rise, inhale. Holding again. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. Downward facing dog. All right, once you get there, right leg lifts. Exhale, step it through. Back knee to the ground, crescent lunge, holding at the top, inhale. Exhale, release. And step forward. Palms to shins, halfway up. Hold. Exhale. Sweep the arms out to the side. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. And palms to the heart. Take an adjusting breath. Notice what you're feeling in your body. And so we're going to do a couple more rounds of that flow and a couple of things. First, we're going to hold the breath longer if you can. So we're going to try to do for 5 counts on each hold. If that's not working for you, again, you can do 3 counts or no counts at all. Second, I'm not in your physical presence, so I'm making an assumption that for some of us, when we hold the breath and then exhale, it's kind of like a dropping out of the bottom of the breath, meaning it's like a, like we're kind of exasperating. And I want you to challenge yourself to exhale, opening the throat and then letting the breath out. So we can actually give that a try right now. If you take a deep breath in and you hold it, and then feel the throat open, and then exhale with control. You may notice how that kind of feels different than, okay? This is what we're doing to help control the prana. We don't want it to just drop out at the bottom of the breath. And it's fine to sigh when we need to, but for the rest of this practice, I want you to try controlling that exhale. And if you mess up, it's okay. This is practice. All right, let's give it a try. Moving through our sun salutation, palms to heart. Inhale, sweep the arms down and up. Exhale, chair prop. Chair pose. And hold, just for the exhale. Inhale, straighten the legs. And exhale, fold forward and down. We come into our first breath retention. Press palms to shins. Come halfway up. For about 5 counts. Feel the throat open. Then exhale with control. Good. Step the right foot back. It's much calmer that way. Knee to the ground. Inhale, crescent lunge, holding the breath in at the top. Open the throat. Exhale with control. Hands down, stepping back into downward facing dog. Inhale into plank pose. Holding the breath, hold the pose. Open the throat. Exhale, plank down. Inhale, locust rise. Holding the pose, holding the breath. Open the throat. Exhale, release. Curl the toes under, downward facing dog. Once you get there, lift the right leg high and exhale, step it through. Back knee to the ground. Again, inhale, crescent lunge. Open the heart toward the ceiling. Hold the breath in. Open the throat. Exhale softly, hands down, step forward. Palms to shins, halfway up. Hold the breath in. Open the throat and fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out to the side, coming all the way up. And palms to the heart. Feel sensation before we go into our last round. And noticing if you're able to keep the throat open as you exhale. Another way to think about it is you want to try to make the exhale silent. Last round, inhale, sweep the arms up. Chair prep and chair pose. Staying for the exhale. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, swan dive, fold forward and down. Palms to shins, Ardha Uttanasana, hold the pose, hold the breath. Open the throat. Exhale, fold. Step the left foot back. A knee on the ground. Inhale, crescent lunge. Hold the pose. Hold the breath. Open your throat. Exhale, fold. Stepping back, downward facing dog. Inhale into plank pose. We're holding the pose. We're holding the breath. Open your throat. Exhale, plank down. Good. Pelvis grounding. Locust, rise. Open the throat. Exhale, release. Curl the toes under, push up, and back, downward facing dog. Left leg rises. Exhale, step. Knee to the ground. Inhale, crescent lunge. Holding at the top of the inhale. Open the throat. Exhale, softly fold. Step forward. Palms to shins, holding the breath in. Open your throat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out to the side, come all the way up. And palms to the heart. Breathing normally, feel sensation, your breath rate, your heart rate. And something that you may start to feel right now, as you've been doing a lot of this breath retention work, is a quieter mind, possibly. Because when we hold the breath intentionally, we create the space for your mind, or the capacity for your mind to become very still. When you pause prana, you pause your thought, you pause the mind. So there might be some stillness there. Might be some quietude that you're feeling. Great job with that. Hydrating again. A little warm here in Oakland today, so just trying to make sure I don't pass out. Good. All right, so we're gonna work with a warrior one stance next. So from the top of your mat, step your left foot back. Take the back foot flat to the floor. The back toes are pointing forward about 45 degrees, which allows your left hip to point directly forward. Your ilium, your hip bone, imagine they're headlights in a car, and you want them pointing directly forward, or you're gonna hit a deer or something. So no hitting deers. It's not even deer season. Just turn toward to look forward. I'm losing myself a little bit here. All right, so if it's your right leg that's forward, it's your right hand that'll come onto your lower back. And it's your left arm that'll lift up by your ear and relax the shoulder. Take a deep breath in. And with your exhale, hinge at your hips. Bring your heart about halfway forward. And inhale, come all the way up. With your exhale, hinge at the hips, fold as far forward as you can without collapsing. And then inhale, come all the way up. Good, we're adding on to this. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up. Let's do that again. Exhale, fold halfway forward. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold all the way. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. And release the left arm down. Release the right arm as well. Feel sensation for a moment. And then we'll switch to do the other side. So what you can do here is actually just change the angles of your feet to point in the opposite direction. If that doesn't work for you in your space, just switch and have your left foot forward. Back foot's flat on the floor. Again, allowing the right hip to roll forward. So the two ilium, the two hip bones, are pointing directly forward. If it's my left leg forward, it's my left hand on my lower back. Right arm up by the ear. Take a deep breath in. Hinging from the hip, exhale, fold halfway down. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale all the way up. Good. Exhale all the way down again. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Inhale all the way up. Again, exhale halfway. Inhale, rise. Exhale all the way. Inhale all the way up. Again, exhale all the way forward. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, fold. And then inhale all the way up. And then release the right arm, release the left. Feel sensation. All right, so we're gonna do that same exercise on both sides. Luckily, we have plenty of time tonight because I extended the class by 15 minutes. If you weren't here for that spiel, I extended the class by 15 minutes. All right, so we're gonna work with breath holding again, and we're gonna flip the script a little bit. We've been working with holding the breath in all night, and to help balance that from an energetic perspective, we're now going to practice holding the breath out, which for many of us can be actually kind of harder sometimes. So be gentle on yourself. If you need to inhale, if you start to feel panicking in the body, allow yourself to breathe, okay? It's not worth going too far too fast. It's better to work with where you're at. So let's come back to that first side. Have your right foot forward, left foot back foot flat on the floor so the hips can point forward. If it's your right leg forward, it's your right hand onto your lower back. Lift the left arm up by your ear. Good. So we know the movement, and I'll lead you through it still, but we're going to add a 3-count hold after exhalation and pause the pose. So take a deep breath in here. With your exhale, fold halfway forward and pause the breath. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, fold all the way forward. And then pause the breath. 1, 2, 3. Inhale all the way up. Exhale all the way forward. Hold the breath. 1, 2, 3. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, fold. Hold the breath out. 1, 2, 3. Inhale all the way up. We'll do one more round. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Sorry, I messed that one up, but just go all the way forward. 1, 2, 3. Inhale all the way up. Now we'll do it right this time. Exhale halfway forward. Hold. Inhale all the way up. And exhale all the way forward. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Halfway up, inhale. Exhale, fold. Holding the breath out. Inhale all the way up. And release the left arm down. Feel your breath adjust. And then when you're ready, switch the angles of the feet. So your left foot is forward, your right foot is flat on the floor, toes pointing forward, about 45 degrees, right hip rounding. So we did that last one a little out of order, so we'll fix that, don't worry. So with your left leg forward, take your left hand onto your lower back, Lift your right arm up by your ear and relax the shoulder down. Inhale, feel length in the spine. Then exhale, fold halfway forward. Hold the breath out. 3, 2, 1. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Hold the breath out. 3, 2, 1. Inhale all the way up. Exhale all the way forward. Hold the breath out. 3, 2, 1. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, fold. Holding out. 3, 2, 1. Inhale all the way up. Good. Exhale halfway forward. 3, 2, 1. Inhale back up. Exhale all the way forward. Holding the breath out. 3, 2, 1. Inhale all the way up. Last one, all the way down. 3, 2, 1. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, fold. 3, 2, 1. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, release the right arm. Feel sensation. It's there for you in your body. What did it feel like to hold the breath out versus holding the breath in? All right. So go ahead and take a wide stance on your mat. And have your toes pointing directly forward or even pigeon toeing slightly. This will give you more access to your hamstrings and your lower back. And for this one, we'll interlace the fingers at your lower back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift the arms off the back as far as you can. Now, before we go anywhere else, bend your knees just a little bit. Make sure they're not locked. Then hinge at your hips. Fold forward and take your arms overhead. Now, as we stay in this forward fold, please add a 3-count hold after your exhalation. So inhaling normally, no hold after inhale, exhaling normally, and then just allowing a 3-count pause after exhale. One more breath. Good, and then go ahead and scoop the heart forward, coming all the way up. Again, that pausing of the breath, has allowed your mind the capacity to become more still. For all the frenetic energy, or as the sutras say, the restless fluctuations of the mind, start to become still. Good. So from where you're at right now, we're going to transition into downward facing dog. So if you'd like to, you can point whatever foot is toward the front of your mat, Bring the hands down and step back. It's a little bit of a dance. Now, to feel length in your spine, again, bend the knees and shoot the hips powerfully toward the sky, keeping the knees bent. Let's take a few deep breaths here, no holds. Good, and when you're ready, gently float down onto hands and knees. Then exhale, child's pose. Good. When you're ready, please bring yourself up to a seat and bring your legs out in front of you. All right, so this next movement has a couple of postures in it, and I'll demonstrate them for you before you do them because it's just good to see it sometimes before it happens. So we'll do this once on each, or we'll do it on both sides a few times. So I'm gonna bring my right foot to the inside of my left leg. And the first thing I'll do is I'll just work into a forward fold over the left leg. And this is going to be our exhale part of the flow. So we'll exhale into the forward fold. And with my inhale, I'm going to sweep my right arm up, plant it behind me. My left arm is going to lift forward, hips come off the ground, and I'm going to roll the left shoulder back, opening into kind of like a half wild thing, if you know what that is. Good. And then with my exhale, I'm going to sit the hips down, swing forward, and reach my right hand toward the left foot. So that's extremely slow motion. Yours is gonna look a little bit faster, okay? So go ahead and bring your right foot to the inside of your left thigh. And let's just spend a breath or two in the forward fold so we know where we're coming back to each time we come back here. So folding over the left leg as far as you can. You don't have to push it. Finding your breath. And with your next inhale, sweep your right arm around behind you, plant it down, lift the hips, sweep the left arm up and back, open the heart toward the ceiling. As you exhale, release the hips, sweep the left arm around, and then the right hand comes toward the left foot as you fold. Inhale, come back up, right hand plants, hips lift, sweep the left arm up and back. Then exhale, bring the hips down, sweep back into the forward fold. Good, we're gonna add some breath holds now. Inhale, sweep the right arm behind you, plant it, lift the heart, hold the pose, hold the breath in. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release the hips, come back into the forward fold, hold the breath out. 3, 2, 1. Sweep the right arm behind you, inhale, lift the hips. Hold the breath in for 5 this time if you can. Exhale, release. Coming back into the forward fold. 3 to 5 counts in the fold. Good. Last time, plant the hand, come on up. No hold this time. Exhale, release the hips. Coming back into the forward fold. Breathing normally. Good. Inhale, come back up. Oh, that was fun. I like that one. I like the flowy movement, the dancey stuff. We're going to do the other side now. So go ahead and bring your right foot forward and bring your left foot to the inside of your right thigh. So again, getting grounded in the posture, go ahead and fold over your right leg, spending a few breaths here just to know where we're coming back to in our bodies. Good, and then we'll move through the flow. So with your inhale, sit up, place the left hand behind you, pick up the hips, and sweep your right arm up and back. As you exhale, release the hips down, folding forward, reach the left hand toward the right foot. Inhale, come back up again, lift the hips, sweep up. And exhale, hips come down, sweep forward. Inhale up. And exhale down. Good, we're gonna add the hold this time. Plant the left hand, lift up, hold the pose in, or hold the breath in, sorry. 2, 1, exhale, release, come into the forward fold, hold the breath out. 3, 2, 1, inhale, come back up, holding the breath in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release the hips. 3 to 5 counts in the forward fold, holding the breath out. And then one more time through the flow, breathing normally. Left hand plants, lifting up, inhale. And then exhale back into the forward fold. Good. Inhale, come back up. Feel sensation. Right. So we're gonna do a little twisting next. So go ahead and bring your right foot flat to the floor in front of you, and then take the right foot over the left leg and place it flat on the floor. If it's your right knee on top, it's your right hand that goes right behind your back. So I'll turn to show. So right behind the spine. So it's not way back here, it's not out here, some back there. It's actually right behind the spine. So when you press the hand into the floor, you have to sit up taller. And then lift the left arm up, inhale. And exhale, reach around, grab the knee, then twist, looking over your right shoulder. Staying in the pose, inhale, sit taller. Exhale, twist deeper. Sitting up taller, inhale. Exhale, twist. A couple more times. Good. With your next inhale, carefully unwind and uncross. Let's do the other side now. Taking the left foot flat to the floor, go ahead and take it to the outside of the right leg, foot flat on the ground. Then bring your left hand right behind you. Inhale, sit up tall, reach the right arm up. Exhale, reach the right arm around. Grab the knee, twist, looking over your left shoulder. And then there's the work in the pose. So sitting up taller as you inhale, twisting deeper as you exhale. Good. With your next inhale, carefully unwind and uncross. Good. So for this last posture before Shavasana, or last official posture, you might do more. You can sit on a blanket if you'd like to. Sometimes an extra inch or two in the spine can be really good for these poses. We're going to come into Baddha Konasana, or butterfly pose. So bring the soles of the feet together and then have the heels as close up toward your groin as you can. If you're straining, it's okay to take them a little bit further away and away from you. So holding on to the ankles, the shins, or maybe even the pinky edge of the feet, please sit up as tall as you can. Good. So taking the shoulders down the back, the spine is lifting toward the ceiling. Let's take a few deep breaths here. Feel the knees go wide. The heart is kind of leading forward a little bit. Now, after a few breaths, creating this extension in your spine, you can bend at the hips to bring your heart forward and fold. Now, if you fold forward and you collapse and your chin drops and your back rounds, actually bring the heart back forward, sit tall again. And only fold as far as you can, keeping the spine pretty straight. So going as far as you can. Another alignment note, keep the chin drawing in toward your throat. Don't thrust the head forward. And then as we hold this posture, as we breathe normally, if you'd like to, you can call in that short pause, about 3 counts, after exhalation. Allowing a short pause after exhale. Last deep breath here. And then inhale, sitting up tall. Good. So take your time, but when you're ready, go ahead and come onto your back for Shavasana, corpse pose. Bring any support where you need it. Blanket as a pillow or as a blanket. You can also turn down the lights in your space if you need to, but come on down to your back. Allowing yourself to come down to rest. Your body unfolding, your toes falling away from one another, your arms resting out to your side, soft jaw. Bring your awareness to your breath again. No longer forcing, no longer holding. And notice the movement of your chest, the rib cage. Feeling a gentle expansion as you inhale, gentle contraction release as you exhale. Know the body is breathing. Allow your effort in that endeavor to relax. Allow that effort to be soft. And you're simply a witness of your breath. And that soft pulsing of the chest, the ribs. It's a soft stoking of this energy around your heart. The spaciousness, the openness to hold anything, to be with anything. Just allow yourself to continue to be with that soft spaciousness at the heart center. Peace, peace, peace. Please begin to take a deeper, fuller breath. And then begin to make some gentle movements in your hands and feet, your arms and legs. And taking your time as you roll to your right side and transitioning to a seat as you feel complete here. Take your time. So if you're still making your way to a seat, continue to move at your own pace. When you're there, sit tall, shoulders relaxed. And I'm going to attempt a sound meditation for our meditation, the last few minutes we have. And so I'll be using a singing bowl, and my hope is that it will pick up on the microphone. But I'll be chanting at the same time, so if you don't get the bowl, you're still getting something, all right? So I'll bring that in just a moment, but just sit tall, closing the eyes, and bring your awareness to Anahata, the heart center. Point on the spine, right behind the sternum. And at that point, see a pulsing ball of light. If you want to, you can see it the color green. It's the color of the heart chakra. The element is air, spaciousness, broadness. And the Bija Mantra, or seed sound, of the heart center is Yam. It's spelled Y-A-M, but it's not Yam, it's Yam. And so I'll be chanting this, and as I chant Yam, and I'll be working with the singing bowl as well, you'll get into it. Every time there's a Yam, I want you to see that light expand within you, boundless, heading into eternal ether in all directions. Nothing big. So see that pulsing ball of possibly green light. Om Yam. 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 One more time. Om Yam. seeing that expansive light at the heart, expanding, boundless, and allowing your consciousness to rest at the center of that space. Heart open, endless love and compassion. Go ahead and bring your palms to your heart and lower your chin, and honoring that boundless light within you, that no matter what happens in your life, no matter what you face, this compassionate space exists within you always. And may your effort here tonight and this practice keep you in remembrance of that truth. So until we meet again, namaste.